Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something every landscape photographer wrestles with, and this is something that I've been asked from, being on location and people approaching me and people who are just starting out that I know. What's the best lens for landscape photography? And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is subjective. This is subjective, okay? Why is this subjective? Well, there's no one size fit all answer, right? But I'll also show you why, in my opinion, a 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 is probably one of the best places to start. Don't get me wrong, a lot of beginners are going to get stuck thinking they have to go out and buy, that ultra wide lens, like the 16 to 35 millimeter. And don't get me wrong, those are amazing for dramatic wide shots. But here's the thing, if you're just starting out, a 24 to 70 is going to give you a versatile range that's going to cover wide landscapes, standard framing, and even, tight detailed shots without having to change your lens out very often. And so for me, my Canon 24 to 70 2.8, I've shot everything from wide open meadows to the mountain ranges and astro photos, right? At 24, you're going to get those classic sweeping scenes. At 50 to 70, you can compress your elements by isolating, peaks or zooming in into an interesting pattern in filling the entire frame, right? And the constant, f2.8 aperture, that is a great for low light sunrises, blue hour shooting, especially when you're handheld. And so that's going to give you a huge flex of range. And you can even do panoramics. You can do, you can still do the ultra wide if you know how to work it. Some photographers will tell you, nah, you need a prime, for sharpness, or ultra wide or nothing, and that's fine. But it depends on your style and what it is that you're trying to achieve. I've had plenty of, tack sharp images, magazine worthy landscape images come out of my 24 to 70. And more importantly, it lets me go without limiting my creative process. There's a quote from Chase Jarvis that I love. And it's the best camera is the one that is with you. Same goes for the lens. The 24 to 70 is one I carry everywhere because it adapts. And when you're hiking, climbing, or chasing, changing light, that's what you need, is something that's reliable and flexible. And so to wrap this up, there's no best lens for everyone. It's about what fits you, your vision, and your shoot. The 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8, it is an awesome starter and even long-term workhorse for landscape photographers because it's covering your wide, your mid, and tight all in one lens. And you're trying to build a kit and you want a single lens that lets you explore everything from the vast to the vast mountain peaks to your textures, down in like the red sand or sand dunes and stuff like that. And this is a great one to start with. And let me know in your comments what your favorite focal length is, and if you're shooting something else, let me know. I really love my 24 to 70, and that's probably what I shoot on 99% of the time. I don't even carry my 70 to 200 with me that often because I'm not switching. It's a handful of times, and the only time I'm switching is if I'm maxing out at 70 millimeter, then I'm going to throw my 70 to 200 on because I'm already at a 70 millimeter, maxing one, beginning of another. So another video I'll talk about is what I call the three amigos. The three amigos are what I think every photographer should have. I have these three lenses so the three amigos, to fill you in, or you're going to be your 16 to 35 for your wide angle, your 24 to 70, and your 70 to 200. Those are by far like the three lenses that I try and would work towards. Doesn't matter what the brand is. You don't need the newest equipment. You don't need to go out and be like, I have to have, you know, this, and this. The equipment you have is fine. Learn how to use it. Maximize your capabilities. Understand how to shoot in manual and understand your equipment. And that requires you to go out and test your shutter speed, test your f-stop, test your ISO. What settings are perfect and crisp? What settings are, you know, for your ISO? How can you push that, right? How far can you push that? And know what your camera is capable of doing. I know people who are shooting on film to this day who do this professionally, so there's zero excuse on why you can't go out and test your camera and understand how to shoot manual. And these are skills that are only going to improve you. So stay tuned and we'll talk about the three amigos in the next video. Be safe.